Right, welcome back guys. Today we're just going to go over the Fuji GFX100 II. This is, I don't know, I think it's like the 4th iteration now of Fujifilm's large medium format camera. I have had the 50S GFX and the GFX100, and then I part-X'd that and upgraded to this. So aside from it's the same sensor, it now has autofocus, animals and eye tracking, and it actually does work, which is nice. It's obviously not as fast as, like, you know, things like your R5 and your Sonys and things like that, but it is fast enough for you to do sort of burst shooting. And I've used it on quite a few things now, and I do everything from like high-end commercial stuff, products, and everything sort of in between, like families, weddings, and it works really, really well. There doesn't seem to be any caveats at the moment, but I remember when I had the GFX50S and I was doing sports with that and other things which really it's not meant for, or, you know, you'll struggle to deal with because of the autofocus, and, you know, just sort of persevered with it and sort of cut my teeth on learning as best as I could and as quick as I could. But this is the form factor's a lot better now, so it's a bit smaller. The batteries, they work to a good extent, you know, like you hear lots of people moaning about, oh, you know, it only does 300 shots and then the batteries are burned out. Well, if you're checking the viewfinder every 5 minutes and so on, then yeah, it will do. But I've noticed that I've got two cards in there. One is backup and one is the main, and it lasts for, you know, up to 1,000 shots if you're sort of doing burst and, you know, other bits in between. So it's great. Obviously the output is the same as the original, dynamic range, all of that. I'm not really into that, because if you want to go and see all the dynamic range figures and autofocus speeds and things like that, you can go somewhere else. This is just my point of view. I bought it as soon as it came out, so I've had it for a fair few months now, and it's just exceptional for what I do. The lightness, the versatility, it's really, really fast now, and I'm very much run and gun. But yeah, it's just superb. I mean, the build quality, as usual, is absolutely rock solid. Got all the ports that you need. I've just got the 110mm on at the moment. Love the electronic top menu here. I don't really switch it between anything else. It's just got the normal, but I normally like look through the EVF to see, you know, what I'm on and stuff. Normally have it on like single shot, and just like single focus. I actually do shoot compressed. I know a lot of you will go, well, why are you shooting compressed when you can just shoot single images 16-bit? You know, it's neither here or there really. The clientele don't notice the difference. I haven't used it for any video work yet, but what I do find the biggest upside to this now compared to when the GFX100 came out was that obviously that was £10,000 and this was £7,500. Now, yeah, you know, if you're going to sort of spend that sort of money, then you might be better off getting, you know, like an R5 or an R3, or when the R1 comes out, or get a Sony A9 and so on. But most people don't need that, and you don't need like 30 frames a second and you know, and whatnot. So it's a great camera. If you've got the chance of getting one, I would recommend it if it suits your purposes and needs. It's great to have this alongside my R5, so with the R5 I can do other work if I just need to just be really quick, and, you know, I'll just use a zoom lens. But with this I've got all primes and I just use it daily for many aspects. So yeah, that's sort of my sort of mid to long-term review of the GFX100 II. if you've got any questions, just ask below. Like I said, it's not going to be a technical one because I don't really deal with that, and I don't have the facility to test all the bits and bobs, and there's just no point. I use it just as a camera. I am a photographer, and that's it. I just take photos with it, and it's just superb. And like I said, I've used it for loads of commercial projects, and all the way just to even like family portraits, that sort of thing, and it's just great. So it's definitely worth a look. And even if you don't have the chance to buy one, then just go and test it at your local shop, if they've got one, or you can even just rent one, and it'll be worth a bash just to have a go and just to see what, you know, you can achieve. And that's it. I will see you next time.